Let's take a look at how you could use filters to make your sheets more interactive. And let's get started, guys. So the first off, we're just gonna double click our information. So we're gonna put like country in there and get that in there. And then also we'll do city. So we have all these cities here. So, and then additionally, we're just gonna put some additional stuff like state, and then we're gonna put our quantity in there. So you kind of see which states have the highest quantity. But maybe this isn't good. Maybe you just have all these filters in here and it looks cool. Like you could do state and drag over, control drop the color and make it look a little bit better, but it's still not really doing good for what we want to do here. So what you can do is create a filter. So let's go ahead and create a really cool filter that can kind of make it look better. I'm going to show you how easy it is. So first off, I'm going to just say we're going to hide all these cards. I like the cards, but it doesn't really do much for our actual chart here. So to create a filter, you can do this. Let's say you just want to filter by the quantity, which is probably the one we want to have. It's the information they want, and they want to filter by the quantity and how that works, and they want it to be interactive. You can go ahead and right click this, and then I want you to click show filter. And when you show filter, it gives you the slide bar. So then you can kind of sort it and find out very quickly where is the top state. Well, right here. And it gives you a tooltip of the quantities, 3,417. And you can go pretty deep with that. But maybe you don't want to necessarily have it on your map, but you still want to be able to filter out within your map. Well, you want to figure out the areas that have, say, the highest discount or sales. Let's do sales. So we can then right click here and click show filter. And it's going to give us a recommended filter right there. Just make sure you don't limit your search because every category will affect the next. And then we'll go over here and you can kind of just bring it back and kind of see where that data is. And again, it goes back to New York here with that, but you can kind of see your sales. And it shows you that these areas are the top sales areas. So maybe you want to just throw your filter as sales and then control drag to label those so you can actually see those because we didn't have it on our other. That's the best way you can do that there. So you see that that's the top sales areas or the quantity areas. So pretty cool stuff, to be honest with you. That allows you to quickly filter, and you can put as many categories in there as you want. Let's say you want to do ship date, right click, show filter. You got your ship date. So maybe it comes across like this though. Like that, is that the best way to do this? The ship date was a drop down menu. So you can click right here under this arrow and click single value drop list, which will allow you to do this, or you have to go to all, or, and apparently there's nothing before those dates, you can use the slider again and just go down the list of different dates and see how they work. The issue we have here is it's only all, so we don't really need this filter. So we're just going to go ahead and remove that filter because it has no effect on anything for whatever reason here. And you can also filter in additional values. So let's say you want to do ship mode, you drag it to color, and you can kind of get some more info on that. Or you want to just see stuff by the ship mode. So Control Z to go back. I think ship mode would be a good category. So you go right click, show your filter, and you can kind of see which ones were first class maybe, which ones are same day. And we are getting a filter here. Just remember that was why, because we had our filter all the way over here. So you got to reset that filter. But we can quickly see what went first class, what went second class, and quickly kind of get to that map quickly. But I want you to use this drop down because then you could do a single value drop down where they can go over here, same day, and then whatever you prefer. So I would just kind of mess with those drop downs with the filters, and that's going to be really helpful for you, like zoning in and doing different things like that, kind of figuring out what's going on. And it's super helpful to do that. I would just make sure you know what's in your text labels because it says 2 as a quantity. What's the 2 that you've sent on same day is 2 for that area. So first class, you can kind of get an idea of what areas are having more impact. You can go over to size to make those bubbles a little bit bigger. So you kind of figure out what size you want to make that too. So you can kind of see really quickly what's going on in those states based upon all that. But again, guys, I think as many categories on this one is good. So just keep filtering out with what you have there and what seems to make sense. I'm sure someone's going to want to know, like, not city necessarily, but product name is something I could see being a good one. Maybe they want to know where in the United States this product's sold. So you can then do that. Obviously, it's a big list, which is why you're seeing that, but you can make it a drop down and they could sort through their products. They can type right here and then do all that stuff. So like if you wanted to know where's that the cubic foot counter, we've got for sales over here in Raleigh, North Carolina. So you can see where that's going in, and then you can just click off that. So the user would have to know to edit those filters, but at least it's a quick way to drill down very quickly just using filtering on your maps or any geospatial or just a normal thing like this where you're trying to go through. Now be aware if you click that, it's going to remove all your filters and you have to start over. So actually, no, you don't. So you can just go over here. Remember, all 3 ring, nothing. So it just depends on the category too of what you're looking at, but it at least gives you a way to kind of quickly figure out things and what's going on here in all of these areas. I like the way we have it set up. So if you ever mess something up, you can always just click the back button right here and go back completely to our map, which is where we want to be until we have all. We're still not back to our map. So the nice thing about Tableau is it keeps everything very nice and simple as you get used to it. So some very cool things that you can do obviously with Tableau, such as have these filters that allow you to figure out very quickly standard class and all the different things that you want to see with your filtering categories, which is extremely helpful when it comes to that. So I think in the end, that's what you want, right? You want it to be really helpful and really simple for your users. And filtering allows you to do that with maps and other things that you can kind of just sit there and tweak and do different things. Remember, guys, just right click, click show filter, and you have it on your map and you can do different things with it. Hit the like button, guys, and watch the next Tableau video or tech video on this channel. This is a really good one. So check her out. I think you're going to really like this one.